Here in Cunderdin, just next door to the museum, we have a lovely park called O'Connor's Park. We have toilet blocks, and over here we have a picnic area. There is also a children's playground as well, which I am not going to video today due to the fact there is a lot of children playing at it today. There's also a nice lovely garden with kangaroo paw, lavender, and maybe a few other wildflowers of Australia. Here in town there is a butcher, community resource centre, pharmacy, the local town hall. There is also a news agency and post office all in one. And as we continue down, we have Elders Fairway Cunderdin, which would be the local real estate. As we continue walking down, we have Cunderdin Royal Traders, and we have the Cunderdin Co-op building, which is also so where the local IGA store is. We also have the Etymolgra pub, which on top is a vehicle, but I'll leave that for you to see if you were to visit the town. And just further down we have Vintage Wares, which is in like an antique collectible store. And then just near that we have Chase, which is all for your farming, harvester and tractor needs. And as you're passing through, you've got the museum, which is one of the original pumping stations for the pipeline which runs from Mundaring through to Kalgoorlie. And as we look here, we have one of the water towers that possibly would have served the railways. Also just near the museum we have this "Welcome to Cunderdin" sign. The actual town site isn't really very large, but you also have your medical needs as well here, and there is, for those golfers, there is a golf course located in town as well. The pipeline opened up the Wheatbelt with the Goldfields and the water supply, which is also now known as the Golden Pipeline, because back in the day water was like gold, very precious, the one thing that we take for granted today. Upon entrance to the town, we learn about the number 3 pump station at Cunderdin, which operated in 1902 until 1956 as the third of 8 pump stations. Redevelopment turning into a tourist attraction. At the top we have the pipeline, which outlines where the pump stations were located. You spotted there, Connor? Alright, let's see. Looks like it's talking about a railway that operated within it, talking about the main chambers. So if you want to have a read, feel free to pause. Thank you for pointing that one out, Connor. In the area, when the town folk would be settling for the building of the pipeline, and also during the discovery of gold within the Goldfields. This is the kind of accommodation that the early Europeans would have actually had before houses were built. With the Cunderdin cooler, very basic cooking facilities. And there is also a model, well, an actual plane of Admiral Tiger Moth, which would have been used in the area. What's that you've spotted there, Connor? Well, what does the information say? It looks like various pumps, possibly found on the... And over here, we have what looks like one of the pumps that would have been used to pump the water through the pumping station. Over here, we have some of the original pipeline, which originally, when it was laid, it was wood. During the 1930s depression. Until they could then replace it later by steel. Because during the war, steel was very hard to come by. Noah, I believe you found something. What would you like to tell us about, Noah? Right, so it's talking about the Cunderdin during the World War II. Right. Well, thank you, Noah. One of the other things here is an old drilling truck. The elevated line within the museum would have been used to deliver coal to be burnt down to allow the pumps to operate. Because back in the day, it would have been no electricity, so they would have been used to operate by steam. And as we continue walking, there is an old railway carriage, which we'll go up and have a look and see what it's all about. They have been used by a dining car. What do you reckon, Noah, Connor?
This is like where they serve their food.
Right. And I believe there was something in here that you wanted to point out.
Is a model railway.
Well, the model railway, by the looks of it, looks like it's a sample of what the railway would have looked like here in Cunderdin. We also have the Rupert Wheeler machinery display showing numerous farm tractors that would have been used in the area.
Hey, Uncle.
What have you discovered?
Eat this. Just on your tractor.
Ah, nice find. As we continue down, we have various ones, one with tractor wheels.
Whoa, this one's big.
And other ploughs, early ploughs that would have been used. When we can safely say that modern technology has certainly made farming in the Wheatbelt a lot easier today than it was back then. There is also the story of wheat, which shows various different early harvesting equipment and ploughs which were used on the wheat fields. And further down here, there's an early APC. There is the information of rabbit-proof fence, which was built to protect crops and pasturelands. There is various buggies which was used for people before motor cars, early trucks and other early carts, plus early traction engines and things that were used in the early years for sheep shearing and early wool presses. If you'd like to experience what it was like to be in an earthquake, there is the earthquake house, as well as various information talking about it. Come in and learn and experience what it's like, as what people would have felt. And discover the earthquake. And the aftermath. What happened after the earthquake? As well as what happened to the land and what it did to the railway lines. Hey, Noah, I believe you want to tell me about these trucks.
This is rusty.
Right? That is quite rusty. What about the other two?
I'm moving it down there because
The one over here is a Bedford, we have a Ford, and then we have an Austin. If you're interested in old school houses, there is an old school house here that you can have a look at. It was in use from 1919 to 1948. Showing the chalkboard, the teacher's desk, and the school desks, which would run from perhaps preschool right up to year 7, or even high school in some areas. Also showing some of the books and stuff that was used in the early years.
like this one. And this one is a little bit wash.
Yeah?
We wash and you go down here. But this is not wash. This side is wash.
What about over this side?
But this one was one way, just one way. Look. Then and look.
Okay, we go out. now. That's a pretty, at the end.